Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope your day is going fantastic, whether it be day or night. I hope your day has been great today so far. So if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gabe and this is Gabe Loves Makeup. Welcome to my channel. Pull up a chair, grab a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, whatever you may want, and grab you some brushes because we are going to be doing a Thanksgiving look to take the home to mama. So if you are interested in that, then stick around and let's play. So a few things before we get started. Just wanted to kind of throw my little synopsis out here of the reason why I'm doing this kind of a video. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do something to kind of, when you go to a Thanksgiving dinner, not really Christmas, because I was thinking about maybe doing a red and all that kind of stuff for a holiday, but I'm like, Thanksgiving's a little bit more subdued. It's usually not as, Christmas is different with Christmas parties and things like that. So I wanted to do something a little bit more subdued. So you can make this look either more as dramatic as you want to or as natural as you want to. It's totally up to you. I've already done just a little bit of Victoria, I did my Victoria Beckham mascara. I did a little bit of that just to give a little something on my eyes so my eyes don't look completely blonde. We don't have on any primer or anything like that. And these are the things that you're going to need. I've got two different foundations. You don't have to use two. I'm going to use two. I'm going to use my Glowish and I'm going to mix it with the Prism Libre. So we're going to be using that. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. primer before we do that to make sure we have a good grip because we want it to stay on all day. And then we are going to be I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona palette that I just used, which I'm in love with. I love it. I'm going to be using a little bit of this mixed in with the Jaclyn Hill, the neutrals. We're going to be mixing that, and this is kind of like what it looks like. And I've got some swatches on my arm I'm going to show you guys. And then let's see, and then we got a little bit of a bronzer and that too. So you'll need a bronzer too. I'm going to use a cream one, but you can use any kind of a bronzer you want, and make sure you have like a pressed powder too, so that way you have that. I also have my Glowish and my Charlotte Tilbury powder. I have both of these. I'll probably be mixing them a little bit together. And I do have a gloss. I'm going to be using the Cinderella gloss from Sigma. I think it's called Magical is the name of the lip gloss. So it's really, really pretty. It's very sheer. So anyway, but this is what you're going to need. So at the top, this is the lip. So this is the Maybelline Totally Toffee, and we're going to be using the Christian Audette with Tara Lynn collab, and this is in the shade Sea Suit. We're going to be using that. I thought we would do a pink with a neutral look instead of doing something more brownish, but you can definitely do a brown, you can definitely do an orange, you can do whatever you want. It's totally up to you. And then you will need a emerald green liner. I'm going to be using my Flower Beauty, I think it's the shade Emerald is the name of it, and it's a very good long wearing liner. And then this is in the Jaclyn collection. So this is Chic Happens. This is Just Barely. This one is Good Vibes. And this one is Booked. And then down below it is a color called All Luxe. And in this one, this is the Natasha Denona Outer Corner highlight, the Natasha Denona Cheek Blush, and then the Chantecaille Gelée, Cheek Fit Gelée and Vibrant. And then we also have the Natasha Denona highlighter, which we will be using as well. So if you have any colors like this, this is what we'll be using for the look. Of course, you can always jazz it up, jazz it down, make it more dramatic, make it more lighter, not use these two colors, or maybe not use this one, or, however you want to do, or if you want to change the lipstick color, that's totally up to you. But this is just kind of the look that I've kind of came up with. I've had many, I was kind of thinking about it a lot, and I had one look that I was going to do, and then I decided no, I want to do something else. I was going to do something a little more dramatic. And then I was like saying, you know what? Most of us probably don't even wear makeup when we go there. I'm like, most of us are probably just but, sometimes when you haven't seen your family in a long time, or people that you haven't seen in a while, your family can be very critical. They're like, it's like, are you sick? Are you okay? Did you gain weight? They're always saying something, that's just like, gee, thanks. It's like, oh my God, you look a little tired or whatever. So this is a way to kind of go in and just show them and look snatched and look really nice and nice and neat and put together. And you don't look like you've done too much, but really you have done something. So we're not going to be doing lashes with this look, but again, if you want to do lashes, knock yourself out. If that's comfortable with you, you can. And again, this look is totally up to you, however you want to do it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. I had just gotten the milk. We're going to be using the milk spray today. By the way, you just need a setting spray. Maybe preferably something that's a little bit more longer wearing, but you don't have to do that. But I thought instead of doing the actual milk grip one today, I thought we would do the e.l.f. Jelly Pop one. I've already cleansed and all that good stuff, so we're going to take a little bit of this, and we're just going to put it all over the skin. And make sure you put it where you normally lose foundation more. And you guys, I'm very dry. If you're new to my channel, I'm extremely dry, so I use a lot of moisturizer and a lot of oil. And I like a very glowy foundation. So again, if you are not a glowy person and you want to do something more on the matte side, then definitely use those kind of products, or a little bit more powder, or using more of a primer that's a little bit more for more of an oilier skin type. Usually oily skin can actually use that one. And it's got a little fragrance to it, but it's an e.l.f. primer. It's really, really good. It really impresses me. So let's see what kind of a brush I want to use. I think I'm just going to use my traditional K-Beauty, my 101 brush to apply my foundation with, just to let you guys know, because as this is going up, let me turn my light up just a little bit more. As this video is going up, they are having a sale. They're having a sale right now, and they're giving 25 to I think it's 20 to 35% off on their site. So you can definitely go check it out. The Angie brushes, they are back in stock again, because they sold out of those. They also have a cute little travel brush set that they just came out with, which I will actually be getting some PR for, because they sent me a message and told me they were sending it. So as soon as I get it, I will do a short video and let you guys see it, or I'll do some stuff on Instagram too, just so I can show you guys both. But yeah, I'll try to keep you guys posted about that when I do get it. My hair. I'm trying to fix my hair a little bit. I put this over top of my head and my hair messed up a little bit. All right, so we're going to take I haven't used this, a lot of these products too, I'm just going to say, I haven't used some of these products in a very long time. And I was like, you know what? I need to use some of these products. I haven't used them in a while. So we're going to play with them and see. Some of them I liked and some of them I wasn't too crazy about. So we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Glowish, and this is in the Tan Light. So I'm going to take a little bit of a pump of that. And we're going to be doing the Givenchy, and I think it is W310. If I remember correctly, this one was a little bit lighter, so I'm mixing a little lighter with a little bit of a darker, and we're just kind of mixing them together. And one is a little bit more glowy. Let me take just another pump of this one, because this one is so light. I haven't used this one in a hot minute. I kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty good. But we're just going to go in a little bit and take a little bit right through here. Because you guys know that I've not been doing, if you've been following me, you know that I've not been doing a lot of self-tanner. I've not been doing anything on my face, so my neck is definitely a lot more darker than my face. So I just go in with I have to go in with a little bit more of a darker foundation if I'm going to use one, or a tint, or I have to use something with a little bit more of a bronzer to it. Yeah, it's like, but I love mixing stuff together anyway, so this is right up my alley. We're just going to blend that out. You don't want too much foundation. Again, a lot of people, they don't even wear foundation probably for Thanksgiving. What do you guys do for Thanksgiving? Do you guys normally do makeup for Thanksgiving? Do you kind of dress up when you go to Thanksgiving? What's it like with your family? Let me know in the comments below how you normally, or you just like a lip gloss, kind of go throw your hair up in a bun, don't really care, go in your jogging pants, or do you dress up? Are you the kind of family that's like more of a, I know some families do kind of almost like a formal kind of dinner. What do you guys do when you get together with your family? Let us know down in the comments below, like a little bit of your traditions and what you kind of do, and as far as getting ready and stuff too, and what you kind of wear. It's just kind of interesting to hear different people's opinions about what they like to do and how they like to dress and stuff. I always like to dress nice. I don't, overdress, but I like to dress usually really nice, comfortable but nice, because, most of my family I haven't seen in, a year or more. I just always like to look like I'm somewhat together. I never like looking that like I'm like a half a mess, you know what I'm saying? Because then it just then it's just questions that people start asking, and then it goes into this and that, and then, you know, it's just a discussion, and you're just like, why is this like such a conversation? But you know, it's just better just not to have that happen to you. So I just suggest, you know, I just like to look a little bit more like the part. I like people to go, oh my God, like, oh my God, you look really good, or, you know, it usually, like, most of my family don't even pay attention, so to really be honest with you, they don't really care whether I look good or not, really. So now I'm going to take a little bit of my YSL. I'm going to take a little bit of the Touche Éclat and the high coverage. I have it in the shade 4.5. I'm going to take a little bit of that with the Angie brush, and I'm going to just take that and kind of tap it a little bit up underneath my eye area. And again, we don't want to be too crazy, but I just wanted it to smooth out underneath a little bit. And this concealer is really good. I actually used this one in my last video. I actually used it in my my Natasha Denona. I cut that part out because it was already like 45 minutes, and I was trying to get it down. But you know what? I really enjoyed that video. That was so much fun. That video was fun. But this one's gonna be fun too. But it's like, you know, but it was really, really fun because I've really been thinking about this one for a while on what I wanted to do, and I wanted to do something for you guys that was just a little different. And you know, sometimes my tutorials get views, and then sometimes they don't. But you know what? I just thought, since it was Thanksgiving, and I wanted to do something a little different than a sale video, or, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? I'm just trying not to be too bombarding. I'm trying to keep you guys in the know about sales and stuff. But then again, I'm trying not to bombard you too much with sales and stuff, and like and all that kind of stuff. Because it's just, to me, it just gets so over bombarding because I'm in retail already. So I'm already seeing sales, you know, every single day. And I've been dealing with Christmas since September. So it's just, you know, sometimes it just gets a little overwhelming, and we just forget about the purpose of the holiday. And it's all about buy this, buy that, you know, here's this, here's that. And we just forget about what Thanksgiving is all about, really. And, you know, it's like, it's all about, you know, giving thanks to, be grateful for everything that you have in your life, being grateful for, you know, even just having food. I mean, because it's like a lot of people don't have that. So that's, to me, I just think the message just gets lost. And then, you know, it's because it's all lost. The same thing with Christmas, the message gets lost, regardless of how you, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. It's just, it's about a celebration of life. It's about a celebration of, you know, it's like a happy time. It's about family. It's about friends. You know, I used to really, really enjoy Christmas. I'm not as crazy about it now that I don't have my mom and my dad. My mom really helped keep everything together. But you know, it's a little different this year. It was different last year. It's going to be really different this year because it's really sunk in this year. Last year it was still kind of new, because I just lost them, you know, before then. I will throw up my video here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it or not, because it's like my number 2 video, and I have like almost 140 videos. And I actually went to the graveyard, and I actually I sat down and I talked about them. I don't know if any of you have seen it. If you haven't, it's just a very sad video. It's not it has a little bit of happiness in it, but it's just I cry a lot in it. I'll just be honest with you. I cry a lot in it, and it's like, you know, but it was just something that I needed. It was a little bit of a diary, but I'll put it up here if you guys are ever interested and you want to check it out. It was probably one of the hardest videos I've ever done, but it was probably one of the best videos that I've ever done. The whole video turned out absolutely beautiful. I couldn't ask for anything better, but I will put that up here if you guys are interested. But but it is going to be sad without them this year. It's going to be a little harder. But, you know, but going back in a good note, sorry to me to get a little deep there. I was getting off the little deep path. I was getting a little off the beaten path. So I'm going to take my Tati Blendful, and we're going to go into my Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm going to take it, and we're just going to set it just a little bit before we do any of the Glowish, because if you guys have tried the Glowish powder, it is very radiant. If you are anywhere near the oily side, I don't recommend the powder for you. I will also try to remember to leave that link up here at the top too. I did a video on that too. It is a beautiful powder, but it is not for everybody. So I'm just going to say, and I'm just going to throw this out there, guys. I was thinking of this. Okay, so if you're an oily person, and if the foundation has the word glow, you know, or the radiant, or, you know, dewy, why would you want to buy it? Just me personally, I'm like, okay, if you're oily, why would you want to buy something that says dewy? I just don't get it. I mean, I see people that review stuff all the time, and I'm like, okay, but you're oily, but you're reviewing something that's dewy, but then you don't like it. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's made for you. I don't think it's really for you. But there's a lot of foundations out there that, that I can't use either, that are more on the matte side. Now, I can manipulate a matte sometimes, but to be honest with you, I prefer not having a matte. But I can definitely manipulate one. You can always make something more dewy than more matte, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely, you can. To me, it's like common sense. It's like, do I or don't I? Just the way I gotta see it. So anyway, we're going to take a little bit of the glowish powder now, and I want a really fluffy brush. I don't want anything super crazy. Nothing too dense. Very, very soft. Let me take the BK Beauty brush in 102 because it's really fluffy, and we're just going to swirl a little bit in. I have this in the shade medium. I did have the medium dark, but this is the other shade I had. I got a little bit of a lighter shade during the Sephora sale because I love this foundation so much, but I just wanted a little bit more of a lighter shade so it wouldn't be so dark, because in the summer I get really dark. But yeah, I just wanted a little bit to kind of just, ooh, that's pretty. Now what I'm going to do now, before we go into it again, because I'll probably go back into my Charlotte Tilbury again a little bit later, I'm going to take some spray, and we're going to go ahead and spray our face with it. Ooh, she is misty. Ooh. Oh, and this milk primer, Hydro Grip primer, is nice, but it is just, ugh. And the primer do not smell good. They do not have a good smell. But, I mean, if you don't like smell, and you like, because it smells like glue to me, I don't know, it just doesn't smell very pleasing. It's not very aesthetically pleasing to me. But, I mean, some people don't like fragrance either, and I do. I'm a fragrance hoe, so I like it. I'm glowy and hoey, and I'm a fragrance hoe, okay? So, I admit it. So, I'm going to take just a little bit more of my Huda powder. I'm just going to take a little bit more of the glowish right there. So we get that little bit of redness right there. I don't know why. I just do always. It just always seems to be like there for me. And right through here, a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, we look good. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty good. All right. So now that we got that done, now you guys, in the other video, when I was doing my Natasha video, I was talking about cream products and doing powder. I do powder even before my cream products. I don't have a problem spreading cream products over top of powder. I know a lot of people do. So again, that's a personal preference. So if you've tried that and it doesn't work for you, do the powder, after you do your cream products. I just like doing it before. I mean, that's just the way that I am. So I'm going to take, this is the Chantecaille Gel Radiance Booster. I had this and I've had it for a while. My good friend Tara Lynn loves this product. She loves this and she loves the blushes. Both of them didn't impress me at the time that I did the review on it. And I don't even remember which video it was that I did this review on it, but I did it. And I didn't really like it that great. I don't know why. I just didn't care for it. But you know what? We're going to play with it again today and see, and see how that works. So I'm going to take a little bit of, let me do the, Angie Hot and Flashy Brush A507. I'm going to do that because it's like an angle, and I'm going to take a little bit of a little bit of it, and just to show you, it kind of looks like that. And we're just going to take a little bit. And again, I don't want a ton of bronzer because we don't want to look like a cake face. If you guys want to, yeah, because sometimes you get, especially with family, you can get a little too much makeup going on. And, because you want to, but I mean, some people, they're fine. I mean, they like it. And, maybe I have some of my drama queens out there that just love to get their game on, honey, before they go to their families. And I tell you what, because I had some cousins that used to wear a lot of makeup all the time. They woke up every morning and did a ton of makeup on their face. They used to use Merle Norman. I don't know if you guys, if I've got some ladies out there that are a little bit more older that remembers Merle Norman, but Merle Norman is still around, actually. But it was a big thing, and they used to use this Ziva. It was this really cakey foundation, or they would use the Estee Lauder. They would use one of the Estee Lauder makeup. I forgot which one it was at the time. That was very cakey. And they would use it, and they would put it on, and they would put a lot on. They would use a lot of makeup. and you know, the really dark lipsticks and the really, I mean, they were really 90s out, but that was them, and that was their journey, and that's what they loved. Now they don't do that, but I mean, this is of course when they were a little bit younger too, so they've kind of grown into themselves, and they're not like that anymore. But yeah, I mean, we all have a journey, but it looks prettier this time. I'm kind of liking it a little bit better. I'm going to take that back to my Charlotte Tilbury just a little bit, and I'm going to take my sponge and just go under here a little bit, right? Just to kind of set that a little bit before we do it, because I don't want a ton of bronzer. I just don't want a ton. Okay, and then let me go back in with my brush and just kind of buff that in a little bit, just to make it look a little bit more softer and natural. Yeah, it looks a little bit better this time, I think. Sometimes to me, it just turns a little orangey, and you don't need a lot of it. It goes a long way, I guess. Because I think it only comes in the one shade. I think that's it. I don't think it comes in different ones. But I could be wrong, but I think it only comes in that one shade. But I mean, it's pretty. I mean, you know, but I just prefer just having sometimes just a little bit, but it's not bad this time around. I just did a little bit lighter and not so heavy. I think the first time I did it, I think when I did it on the camera, I was like a little ham with it, and I went crazy with it a little bit too much. And you only need a little dab of it. A little bit of it goes a long way, but it's pretty. I mean, it's nice. It did the job, just to give me a little bit of what I wanted and not too much. Lip. I'm going to do lips first before we do eyes. I'm actually going to do my lips first, because I want the lips to be a little bit more of the center of attention. I don't want it to be as much on the eyes. I mean, we are going to do it on the eyes, but I wanted to do the lip first so I could see how much to do on the eyes. So I'm going to take the Totally Toffee, and you guys, I missed my Natasha Denona video. I will try to list it up here and below, up here, because I just posted it not too long ago. But I've got this liner because this is Tati's favorite lip liner. She wears it all the time with every combination she has. So I thought that I would get one and try it. And they're $7.99, and it's Maybelline. They stay on really, really well. They're very creamy. They're great. I used the red one in the video and the Natasha with the Dior and with the brick red, and it worked great. I mean, so they're really good. What the lip liner looks like before we do the actual lipstick. I just wanted you guys to kind of see what it kind of looks like before I do lipstick, because I know sometimes I jump right into just doing the lipstick and don't show you what it looks like, but this is kind of like what it looks like. So basically I take the liner. Now I like a little bit more of a fuller lip, and I do more from the inside. And I used to do this trick that when I wore the National with Estee Lauder, and I traveled all over for them, I had this trick that they loved that I used to do that was called Hollywood Lips, and I used to do it all the time, and it's a step system, guys. It's a lot. I mean, I used to do it with like 9 steps or something, but I used to show the customers, and they loved it, and they just would go bananas over it, because I could make their lips look really full, and they would always want fuller lips. But I just take it and really, really shape it up really good, and just take a really good, it looks like kind of like a little bit like an eyeliner or brow brush with a little concealer around the edges, and just really smooth it out. And since this is a long wearing lip liner, if you let it dry first and let it dry down really good, the liner won't go anywhere. The lipstick may not stay as well, but the liner will stay. And I kind of draw it in a little bit and leave enough in the center just to give it a little bit of an exaggeration. But this is kind of like what it looked like before we do the lipstick. And I didn't want it to, because too, this lipstick is a little bit more on the pinky side, and I didn't want it to be too pink, so I wanted a little bit more brown added to it, because the lipstick looks a little bit like this. And this is the shade Sisu. It's from it's actually from Christian Audette. Code GABE10 and you save 10%. Just throw that out there, a little snip in there, a little promo. But anyway, you can save 10% on any of them. And I think Christian Odette is actually for Thanksgiving week, or it's up now, actually. I think if you buy 2, you get 1 free, or you buy 3, you get 1 free. I can't remember, but you do get a free lipstick if you buy a certain amount. But this is it was in Tara's bundle, and this is the Sisu. Tara's just with us today. I'm telling you, she's blessing us with her presence today, okay? But anyway, we're going to put a little bit of this over on. So let's just go ahead and just dive in. Okay, guys, so the wind blower is here, so I'm just going to give you guys a warning. You're going to probably hear him in the background, so I'm so sorry. It is what it is sometimes because I can't film. I film whenever, and usually they're always when the maintenance guys are working. Isn't that great? But anyway, see how pretty this turned out. So, I mean, you just did it, but see how it blended in with the brown. And I'm going to tell you guys, you need a good lip brush. If you have a good lip brush, you can blend in anything with it because you can go around the edges really good and blend it in. And it really helps to melt the product together, and it really makes a huge difference. So I melted that liner into the lipstick, and I'm gonna let it set for just a minute, and then I'm gonna apply a little bit more of the gloss, or we might just wait till the end. Let's do that. Let's wait till the end, and you're gonna have to go in and add a little more in the center and up in here, just to get a little bit more of that in there. And see, it just gives it like this really beautiful pink, and I've got this really pretty gloss to go over it, so it's going to look really nice when we get it all together. So it'll look really nice and subdued, to not too crazy, but a really nice beautiful lip. So it'll just look really soft and pretty, because I just thought a red, or really a really exaggerated brown, it's typical fall, but I just thought, you know, sometimes when you're going to family, you don't really do that, and even this is probably a lot, but I just wanted to do something pink. I was just going to do something pink. So anyway, so it's kind of, this is my Alexis Vogel brush. This is, you know, she used to be Pamela Anderson's makeup artist, and this is her brush, and I love it. And she was all about lips now, you know. And by the way, have you guys seen that movie about Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee? It's getting ready to come out not too soon from now, not too long from now. It has Lily James in it, and she looks like Pamela Anderson, and she looks identical like her. She looks amazing. I'm like, her makeup artist, her and the guy, her and the guy that's playing Tommy Lee, they look exactly like them. The makeup artist is just whoever did it did an amazing job. But anyway, this is her lip brush, and I love it. And she does sell these, so they're still on her site. And Ravishing Cosmetics, it's not Alexis Vogel Cosmetics anymore, it's Ravishing Cosmetics. And you guys, if you followed me alone in some of my other videos, you know that I love the Ravishing Cosmetics line. I love Alexis Vogel. She was one of my favorite makeup artists. But this one is just one, and especially when it comes to lips, she was the bomb. And this is a great lip brush because you can actually take it and it's retractable. But these are actually on her site, so you can buy these. It's really hard to find a really good lip brush these days, because even a lot of the even like BK brushes, and a lot of them, they don't have a lip brush, or not that I know of. I mean, even Refer, I don't think they have one either. So I mean, note to self that, you know, any of the, you know, brush companies, if you're watching, like, you know, but sometimes a lip brush is needed. I know a lot of people don't really feel the need for one anymore, but I do. So I really love using one. See, this is already going to be a long video, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to be, but you know, but we already got this on. So we're going to take a little bit of I'm going to take my Natasha Denona palette. We're going to go into the Glam Face palette, and I'm going to actually use a brush today, and we're going to take a little bit of cream blush. We're going to take a little bit of cream blush. So I'm going to use a little bit of my Refer brush in 17, and I'm going to dip into that, and we're going to kind of get a little bit on, and we're going to tap a little bit on our cheeks, and we're going to blend it out. And I'm going to take a little bit right through here. I really like this blush, guys. It's really nice. It's a beautiful cream blush. If you guys have do not know anything, this palette with Natasha Denona has got the highlight and the eyeshadows in it. I just did a review on it not too long ago, or just before this one. It is a really beautiful palette. If you love a palette all in one, or if you're new to cosmetics and you're not really good with eyeshadow, or you're kind of a beginner that doesn't know anything about eyeshadow, this is a really good palette to start with, because it's very nice. You can make it glamorous, or you can make it really soft and pretty. She gives you the instructions in it. It's a really good palette. They do still have them on her site, and they do also they have them on Sephora, and they have it in a light and a dark. So it's just a really beautiful palette, but it looks pretty. That's really pretty. But we're going to jazz it up just a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit of the Chantecaille. This is in the shade Vibrant. I'm going to take a little bit of Vibrant. And I'm going to take a little bit, and we're going to just this is what Vibrant looks like. It's kind of like a plummy, pinky color. So I'm going to take just a little bit because I want my cheeks to be really pretty and a little fleshy. So I'm going to take a little bit more here. And we're going to add a little bit there. I'm just going to take it and pop it right here on the cheeks. I'm going to do a little bit on my apple because I like doing that, and on my nose because I like to make it look like it has a little bit of sun. A little bit here and a little bit there. And then I'm going to take my sponge and we're just going to go over it and just lightly tap that in. Just blend that in over top of it. And it's a really beautiful, it's really pretty and soft. It's not anything dramatic. It looks really dramatic, but it's not really dramatic. Eyes, so we can get that started. So we're going into the Jacqueline palette first. And I'm going to take my BK Beauty, the Angie Hot and Flashy A501 brush, and it looks like this. It looks really, really pretty. It's kind of got a nice texture to it. We're going to go into the shade Chic Happens here. I'm going to take it and we're going to put it all over the lid first. And pack it in kind of like a primer because I haven't done primer on this eye, so we're going to prime it like that. Okay, awesome. And then we're going to take just barely, I'm going to take that and we're going to tap it right over top of it. I'm just going to take it and give it a little bit more warmth over the white. So basically you're like using two primer or two shadows. It's very similar. One is just more bone and one is more, it's got a little bit more of the wheat color to it. That wheat color, but it looks really pretty. It's just really smooths that out. It makes it look really nice and smooth. See the difference? See how smooth it looks? It looks really smooth. All right, so now let me take another of my BK Beauty brushes in 205. I'm gonna take that one right here. It's kind of a little bit of an angle, and we're gonna go into Good Vibes. And Good Vibes is a really pretty brown, and we're just gonna kind of go in and really work that in the crease here. Backwards and forwards. I'm going to do one eye and then I'll go off camera and do the other eye. I just want you guys to see this. Let me do this eye. See how pretty that is? Build that up just a little bit more. Gonna get a little bit more. We don't want it to be, I don't want it to be too out there, but I want it to be where you can really see it just a little bit, because we want it to be like a really soft, pretty color, because we're gonna go back over it with just another little bit more of an intense color in a minute. Let me take I take the Angie Hot and Flashy A504, sorry, and we're gonna go into the shade Booked here. So Booked is a little bit more of that autumn fallish kind of color. I will tell you guys though about this Jacqueline palette. There is a little bit of fallout in some of it. So just be careful with it, but it is a really good palette. I did a look with it one time, and unfortunately it didn't have the camera on, so it didn't come out right. So, but it was good. I mean, I didn't get it taped, but it was a really pretty look. But there is one or two in here that are a little, it's a Morphe palette. So I mean, you have some really good shadows, and there's maybe one or two that's okay, hit or miss. But it is a good palette. I mean, for the price, it's really nice. It's only, I think it was 18, and then I think, sometimes the Ulta had it for like $12 at one point. And they might do it again during the holidays. So, keep an eye out for that, because if you're something you're interested in, you want a really good, nice, neutral palette, this is a really good palette. Babs Beauty was the one that got me into this palette. I wasn't going to get it, and then I saw her do it, and, as soon as I see her do something, I'm like, okay, it's over. As soon as I see her do something, I'm like, okay, it's over. I'm just going to go back over with my brush that we used the first one and just kind of buff that in a little bit, because I don't want it to be too dramatic, just to give it a little something. But see how pretty that is? Oh, it's really pretty. We're not going all out. We're not doing it too crazy, but I mean, just to give a little something. And then we're going to go in with the emerald green color. So we're going to go in with this and use it with my sweater, my emerald green. So this will be my last video with the Thanksgiving backdrop. So you guys will be having a Christmas one soon because everybody wants a Christmas intro and everything. So we'll have one of that soon. So in the next video, you will have Christmas up next time. You guys will be able to see that. So I'm just going to go along my lash line here with this color. And I don't know why I want a green. You don't have to do green. You can do a chocolate or you can do something else if you want. I just want a green. I don't know why. I just thought it would look really pretty. Because again, it's still like this really pretty fallish green. Just that really pretty emerald color. And I'm going to bring it out just a little bit. Let me just throw a bit more here. Just a little bit. A little bit, not a baby wing, but just a little bit out. Just a little bit out. And these pencils, this is Fiber Beauty, by the way, and they do dry super quick, and they are long wearing. They do not come off, so they are really good pencils. So if you guys are looking for a really good long wear eyeliner, but you want something really cheap, because I think these are like $5 or $6. They're really good eyeliner pencils. Drew Barrymore's line is really good. She's a great line. And with mascara, I did a little bit of the my Victoria Beckham when I first did it, but now I'm going to go in with my Armani Eyes to Kill mascara. You guys, this mascara, it's the bomb. The one looks like this. It's such a good mascara. If you've never tried it, it is super good. It's a really good mascara. Just a little bit, and we're going to go in and really work it up. Now, if you want to do the topper and everything before you do the mascara, you definitely can. I'm going to let this dry because I just a little bit of a one coat over top of that other mascara that I did. And then I'm going to go back in and add just a little bit more of the deeper color. We're going to add a little bit more of that one in with it, just a little bit more. See how it's got a little bit of kickback on it, so just be careful with it. I just want to add a little bit more back in here because we're going to do that topper, and I want to just add a little bit more on there. And you can do underneath your eyes too, guys. I am not going to do underneath. I just feel like if you just eat and you fall asleep on the couch, that it's just gonna be all over your face. What's the point? Try to get everything up on the top. But you can definitely take a little bit below on your lower. Actually, you know what? We'll take a little bit. I'll do a little bit. Let me take a little bit of, we'll take a little bit of Booked and Good Vibes together. And I'll take a little bit, and we'll just do a little bit right here up underneath, just to give a little enhancement. Not anything too crazy. And then we'll do a little mascara on the bottom. I think that's pretty. Yeah, it does look really pretty. Yeah, that looks really pretty. I really like that. That's nice. Okay. And then let me take my, we're still letting this dry. I'm going to take a little bit of my Victoria Beckham. This is the best mascara for the bottom lashes. It really gets in there and gets it really good. And it doesn't make a mess either. It really does a good job of combing it very well. I love this mascara. This mascara is so good. It is about time to get a new one though, because she's been around for a while. It's really pretty. I like that. I like the way it makes my eyes look. It looks really beautiful. All right, so now we are going to go in with, I'm going to do a little bit, because I want a little bling. You don't have to do the bling, but I'm going to do a little bling. I'm going to do the Natasha Denona, the outer corner. We're going to do a little bit of the brush. I'm going to pack it with a little bit of this Morphe. It's a M421 brush. If I can get it a little bit more precise there behind the liner. See, just give it like a little something there. Now you guys can do the topper before you do your liner if you want. That's totally up to you on what you want to do. I'm just doing it with a little bit of a brush to go over it. So just be careful and not mess up your line. Just be careful with that. So next, I'm going to take my BK Beauty brush in 204, and I'm going to dip back into Jacqueline's palette again. And we're going to go in with this shade here. It's called Omlux. It's like this really pretty pinky, it's like a pinky color. And it'll just balance out the brown more. And I'm going to do it right here in my inner corner. Now let me get back in again with another coat of mascara. I always take me a little mirror. Take a little mirror and I'll look at that. Tati always like to do this, but I like to do this way. I like to look over the mirror and look down. It's really pretty. I got a little bit on my side, but I'm gonna wait and I'll buff it off in a minute when it dries down. But that is really gorgeous. That is really pretty. And I don't even have fake lashes on, but it's really beautiful. I really love this mascara. It's really good. Both of them are really great. This one's just a little bit more natural than this one's more dramatic. But I love mixing too sometimes with mascara because sometimes you can get a really, really good look with both of them. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit of highlighter. So I'm gonna take in it and we're definitely dabbing into Miss Natasha because I love this highlight. It's so pretty. And you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about when you see it because it is absolutely gorgeous. The only thing I don't like about this palette so far, the only thing I don't like about it is it gets really messy in the inside because it's white. I'm like, why would you choose white? But it's pretty messy. But other than that, I really, that's about the only little gripe that I have about it whatsoever. But man, this highlight, ooh, is pretty. And I am, I don't care about the family if they see me blinging. If you guys don't want to be hoey and glowy, then that's you, okay? But I like to be a little hoey. I gotta be the hoe of the family. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Ooh, that's beautiful. It's so pretty. I see the difference. How pretty that is. It's such a beautiful look. Wow. Okay, so let me go off camera. I'll be right back. I'm gonna finish this other eye and we will finish it out and then we'll do the lip gloss together. Now I'm just gonna set that all down with a little bit more spray and my sponge. Make sure that we got that all over underneath the eyes, over the highlight, all over it just to set it down. Really good. It looks good, doesn't it? It looks really, really pretty. I took a little bit more of the, this shade right here, the But. I just went a little bit more further in just to bring it in to give a little bit more of that to it, just to bring it in, but it looks really beautiful. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury, a little bit of my pressed powder, and we're just gonna set our T-zone. We've already sprayed and set everything just to make sure that we're not too glowy right there in the center. Of course, to me, it's like you can never be too glowy, as far as I'm concerned. I take it right through here just to press that down a little bit, just so it looks really pretty. And you don't have to do this part, but I just wanted to really kind of blur that out a little bit. But yeah, that is just so pretty. Ooh, I love that. Last but not least, guys, we're gonna put a little Cinderella lip gloss on, and we're gonna do it in a little, I think it's in a shade again, it's in the shade Magical. And we're gonna put a little bit right there top of the lipstick. And that looks gorgeous over top of that. It's so pretty. Just to give you guys an idea of what this shade kind of looks like. It's kind of like that. It's like a brownish, icy looking kind of color. Just to put over top of it. But man, that made it look really, really beautiful. I love the way it looks. It looks gorgeous. So anyway, what do you guys think? You guys like it? It turned out really pretty. I think it looks really pretty. Now, of course, you can do whatever you want. You can do less mascara. You can do less eyeshadow. You don't have to do your lips this full if you don't want to. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you want to do, it's up to you because you know your family better than anyone. You may not even want to do any of this. You might want to just do a lip gloss and call it a day and a little mascara and not even worry about it. But I just thought it would be kind of fun to do something kind of like a semi-glamour, but not completely glamorous type of look, just to make your skin look really pretty. It's all really focused, really, guys. If you don't look tired and you just look really glowy and you look fresh and you look healthy and you look radiant, that's all that matters. You don't have to do all this other stuff if you don't want to, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of throw it out there right before the holiday season. So anyway, with that said, guys, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, and love yourself. And this week we're going to switch it around just a little bit. Be thankful for what you have. Every day you should be thankful for what you have. Be thankful you have a car. Be thankful you have a house. Be thankful you have food. Be thankful that you have a job. Be thankful that you have people that love you. Be thankful that you have friends. Every little thing that you would normally not think about it. Because, we always think of being thankful for material things. But just remember they're material. They're not really, that's not what really being thankful is all about. I mean, material things come and go, material things go away. That they don't really mean much. You can't take it with you when you go, as my dad always used to say. But just keep in mind to make sure that you really, really think about and be thankful for what you have, because there's so many people out there that don't have anything. And, and a lot of us are just lucky. Be lucky, even like a bed to sleep in. That you have somewhere warm, or you have a shower, that you have a gym membership. I mean, a lot of things that most people just that take for granted on a daily basis, that you can pay your phone bill, that you can pay your insurance. I mean, that kind of stuff is really, that means a lot, because a lot of people are not able to do that right now. So just keep that in mind. And with that said, have a wonderful and happy and safe Thanksgiving, and we will see you again in the next episode. Bye. Peace out. Mwah.